Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Lizards with the Most. I am your host, Nick. I still have to figure something funny or quippy to put there instead of my actual name. But thank you for joining us. Us. My editor Morgan is over here. You can't see him. Say hi. Hello. Okay, cool. Today we have a Bloomberg booster pack, right? Okay, I actually did this. Yep, there we go. Right here. I have a designated spot to put my elbow here, so I'm like wham and right in frame. Right? Good. Decent. Okay. We have this, and then we have all of the uncommons, rares, and mythics that I have been collecting over the past little bit. These are from the eBay mystery box that we started out with, and it's also from It's also from a couple of like starter booster pack pre-built deck boxes that I've gotten from Amazon. I took out all of the commons out of these, and I would like you to tell me in the comments which you prefer, if I go through all of them or just the ones that aren't going to be 15 to 25 cents. Hopefully. I need to turn my phone on silent. Thank you, my lovely, beautiful wife. No, it was my wife. So, nope, don't turn the ringer on. Thank you. Let's get started with this, because if you weren't here for the last episode, we were going through like 5 or 6 different little booster packs and promo packs, and the camera, the DSLR camera, this one, started going out of battery, and I didn't want it to cut right in the middle of me saying something, so we cut it a little bit short. And also, holy shit, episode 4, or what was supposed to be episode 4, was so fucked. Everything about that was so fucked. Part 1 was mega fucked when I thought it was only a little bit fucked, and then I thought part 2 was going to be great, but that was mega ultra fucked. Next one we have is Alania Divergent Storm. That one's very pretty. It is an otter wizard. There we go. It says whenever you cast a spell, if it's the first instant spell, the first sorcery spell, or the first otter spell other than Alania you've cast this turn, you may have target opponent draw a card. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Which I'm not exactly 100% sure what copying spells mean. Like if there's an actual protocol for that. But I like the artwork. It's pretty.
I would just protocol.
Just having an imaginary type of a...
Copy and pasting.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, this one is worth 49 cents. Cool. By the way, these ones were $6, so if we get more than $6 of worth out of this, it'll be worth it. Next one we have is Honored Dray Leader, and unfortunately, I already have this one. If you want to read what that does, there you go. Next one we have is Lily Splash Mentor. It is a frog druid. That to focus. It has reach. Tap 1 +1 green +1 blue. Exile another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under the owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. And that one was worth 21 cents. Go! Hunter's Talent is the next one. It is a class which is probably a new type of card. I've only ever seen this one plus one other one from the last episode. It says, gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. The first one is, when Hunter's Talent enters, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Level 2 is whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample until the end of turn. That one's alright. Level 3 is at the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. That one is good. That was worth 25 cents. The next one is Husk Burster Storm. I can read. It is a creature and an elemental insect. Oh, this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card you own in exile and in your graveyard. Menace and Death Touch. It's a big peepee, and it costs 8 mana to cast. But you know, if it's in the middle of your game, you can basically maybe cast this for free. That's kind of cool. It's worth 21 cents.
Go!
Next one is Roughshod Duo. Hey, that was pretty easy. It is a mouse raccoon. I'm guessing it's a mouse and a raccoon because there's both creatures on that card. Has trample, and whenever you expend 4, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. You expend 4 as you spend your 4th total mana to cast spells during a turn. Okay, that takes a... If I had a steady hand! Also, it's worth 10 cents. Next one is Corpseberry Cultivator. There's a Squirrel Warlock. Man, I love these cards. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may forage. Exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. When you forage, put a +1/+1 counter on Corpseberry Cultivator. Not awful. That is worth 10 cents. Next card, I already know. This is Polywallop. I already have one. Pause it if you want to read that. Hope that goes away. Next one is Steam Path Charger. It is a Lizard Warlock. It has Offspring 2, which means you may put an additional 2 as you cast the spell. If you do, when this creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target player. Cool. And it's a frilled lizard. That is worth 10 cents. Next one is Shore Up. I already have that one. Pause it and read it if you'd like. Next one is Hidden Grotto. It is a land, but a cool land. It's not a basic land. When Hidden Grotto enters, surveil 1. Look at the top of your card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. And one more time, I don't know what that diamond means. I think it just means a colorless land. That's worth 15 cents. And the last card is Starlit Soothsayer. It is a bat cleric shooting a little blue light out of his hands. It has flying, and it says at the beginning of your end step, you gained or lost life this turn, surveil 1. We just went over what surveil. And that is worth 10 cents. It looks like I got shit luck that time. But that's okay. We're going to move on to the pile that we should have been through already, but we have not. So let's do that. Grab a small stack. The first one of the rando stack is Cactus Preserve. It is a land, it is a desert. It is not a basic land, of course. It says it enters the battlefield tapped. Tap this, add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. Meaning if you have it in your land pile already, I suppose. Tap 3 until end of turn. Cactus Preserve becomes an XX green plant creature with reach, where X is the greatest mana value among your commanders. It is still a land. So this specifically is a commander card. And it is worth $1.47. Yay! Next one is Rumbleweed. There you go. Holy crap, it requires 11 mana to cast, but it's an 8/8 creature, plant elemental. It's a big penis. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each land card in your graveyard. It has a vigilance, reach, trample. When a rumbleweed enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. It is not only a big penis, it can make big penises, and it is worth 38 cents. Very cool, very cool. Next card we have is Ascendant Pack Leader. There's a wolf, and it says Ascendant Pack Leader enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if you control a permanent with mana great value 4 or greater. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Ascendant Pack Leader. Kind of cool. I like the artwork on this one specifically. Really cool. It looks like one of those types of artworks that somebody would put on a throw rug, and a white person who claims to have Native American heritage would buy in an instant. That is worth 37 cents, by the way.
I just want to point out that was very oddly specific.
I'm talking about my ex-wife, by the way.
That was just really fucking specific.
Next card is Creepy Puppeteer. It is a human rogue. It has haste, and it says whenever Creepy Puppeteer attacks, if you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3 until end of turn. So you don't have to. Very cool. That is worth 25 cents. Next card is Topiary, or Topiary. I'm not sure how you say that. Stomper. It is a plant dinosaur. Okay. Has vigilance, and it says when Topiary Stomper enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Topiary Stomper can't attack or block unless you control 7 or more lands. That is worth $1.26. Next card we have is Glorious Sunrise. It is an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Target land gains, tap it and add 3 green until end of turn. Draw a card if you control a creature with power 3 or greater, or you gain 3 life. Why would you choose anything other than that? I don't know. That's pretty cool. That is worth $2.
Damn.
Next card is Fading Hope. It says return target creature to its owner's hand. If its mana value was 3 or less, scry 1. That is worth 44 cents. Next card is Extraction Specialist. It's a human rogue. It has lifelink. When Extraction Specialist enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature can't attack or block as long as you control Extraction Specialist. A little lame, but you know, whatever. It's worth 49 cents. Next card is Dream Shackle Geist. It is a spirit. It has flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1. Why not just say choose 1? Either tap target creature, or target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Kind of cool, I suppose. It is worth 30 cents. Woohoo! Hullbreaker Horror is the next one. It is a Kraken Horror. Horror. I hate that word. It has flash, and this spell cannot be countered. It's a big penis. Whenever you cast a spell, choose up to 1. Again, why not just say choose 1? Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. That's dumb. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That is also dumb. But you know what? You know how much this is worth? $4.38. Yay! Next card is Consuming Tide. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control. Return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hands. Then you draw a card for each opponent who has more cards in their hand than you. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's worth 50 cents. Next one is Gnawing Vermin. It's a purple mouse or rat, whatever. Yeah, it is a rat. There we go. It says when Gnawing Vermin enters the battlefield, target player mills 2 cards. I don't know if we've gone over the concept of milling, but it's just literally topping, grabbing the top however many cards off of your deck, like your library, and putting it straight into your graveyard. When Gnawing Vermin dies, target creature you don't control gets -1/-1 until end of turn. That's kind of cool. And it's worth 25 cents. Go! Next card is Welcoming Vampire. There we go. It is a vampire, obviously. It has flying. It says whenever one or more other creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. And it is worth $2.18. The next card, maybe I should turn the microphone towards me. The next card we have is Thundering Raiju, not Raichu. It is a spirit, it has haste, and whenever Thundering Raiju attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then Thundering Raiju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than Thundering Raiju. That's kind of cool, and it's pretty foil. That is worth 49 cents. Grab a random stack. Next card we have is Blanchwood Armor. It's an enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. That is a potential big penis maker. Pretty cool. It is worth 21 cents. Next card is Brood Monitor. Monitor is in there watching, or monitor is in the lizard. It is a creature, it is an Eldrazi drone, whatever the fuck that is. It says devoid. This card has no color, even though it costs 2 green to cast. That's kind of dumb. When Brood Monitor enters the battlefield, put 3 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have sacrificed this creature, add 1 to your mana pool. That's interesting. It is worth 25 cents. Go! Next card is Camaraderie. Oh, Camaraderie. Okay. I didn't know how to spell that. Okay.
That's interesting.
You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. That's super cool. I actually like that card.
I like it because I learned how to spell it.
Yeah, camaraderie. Yeah, that is not how I thought it would be spelled.
No.
Anyway, 40 cents. Go! Next card is a double card. It is Consign, and Oblivion. The blue side says return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And the black side says Aftermath. Cast this spell only from your graveyard, then exile it. Target opponent discards 2 cards. It is worth 32 cents. Next card is Call the Skybreaker. I don't know what the fuck that thing is supposed to be.
Terrifying. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Create a 5/5 blue and red elemental creature token with flying. Retrace, which means you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying its other costs. Very interesting. It is worth 25 cents.
Obama.
Next one is Circle of Elders. It is a human shaman. Has vigilance, which I think means you don't tap this card when attacking or blocking. Formidable, tap this card, add 3 to your mana pool. Activate this ability only if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater. Okay, sure. It's worth 20 cents. I have a wall in here. Why do I have a fucking wall in here? I should not have a wall in here.
What is that?
It's just a wall is a type of creature that can't attack. It's only for defending and blocking.
I can see that being used.
Well, yeah, but I already have one. I have that exact card in my collection, and 2, I have that exact card in my keep pile already. So I don't know why it's in this pile. Next card I have is Colossal Majesty. It is an enchantment. Get the right angle. There we go. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. That's alright. I like the monkeys. 75 cents is what it's worth. Next card is Ghast Bark Twins. It is Tree Folk. Interesting. As Trample and Ghast Bark Twins can block an additional creature each combat. That's pretty cool. It's a big PP. It is worth 20 cents. Next one is Tower Gargoyle. And it just has flying. It has 4/4. That's it. It's worth 15 cents. Don't know why that's an uncommon. Doesn't do shit. Next one is Ground Assault. Ground Assault deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands that you control. Kinda cool. It's worth 20 cents. This one is Grime Gorger. It has Menace, and whenever Grime Gorger attacks, exile up to 1 card of each card type from defending player's graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Grime Gorger for each card exiled this. Pretty cool. It is worth 25 cents. Also, I forgot. I bought a couple of single cards, classic older Magic cards. Those are often worth a bit. So those are also in this pile as well. So let's look at those. This one is Carapace. Carapace? I don't know. This target creature gets +0/+2. And for 0 mana, that's weird, sacrifice Carapace to regenerate creature Carapace enchants. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense, I suppose. It's kind of cool. It's worth 20 cents. This one is Ambush. It is an instant, and it says all blocking creatures gain first strike until end of turn. It is worth 24 cents. I just like the art style of the older ones. Next one is Alaban's Tower. This target blocking creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Thought that one was pretty cool. And it is worth 19 cents. Next one is Onabog Bodyguard. And it just says first strike. See, that art style is kind of rustic, kind of old school. It reminds me of late 90s, early 2000s DC Comics. It's worth 24 cents. Next one is Joven, which I think that's probably just that dude's name, and I kind of find that funny. I saw this card on eBay and I'm like, it's just a dude named Joven? That's cool. If you take 3 red and tap this, it says destroy target non-creature artifact, which I thought the ability was pretty cool too. It is worth 33 cents. And this one I got because it just has a really super cool ability. It is Dry Spell. This Dry Spell deals 1 damage to each creature and player. As you can probably imagine, if you're up against many opponents with many different creatures on the battlefield, that can do some fucking damage. And it is worth 19 cents. Next one is League Guild Mage. Tap 3 plus a blue plus this card. You can draw a card. If you tap X, a red, and this card, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control with mana value X. You may choose new targets for the copy. It is worth 19 cents. This one is Lotleth Troll. This art style actually really reminds me of... Can you tell that I like cape shit? It reminds me of a very specific one-shot Wolverine comic that I have. I don't even remember what it's called. But it has trample, discard a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on this, tap a black, or generate this. It is worth 23 cents. Our next one is The Mending of Dominira. It is a saga. First and second saga. That's weird. Why not just say 1 and then 2? Mill 2 cards, then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad. And third one is return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield and shuffle your graveyard into your library. I really like that. That one's cool. And it's worth 25 cents. Worth more. Next card is Decimate. This is destroy target artifact, target creature. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. Oh, all of those all at once. Cool. Nice. It's worth 25 cents. Next one is Sand Scout. When Sand Scout enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a desert card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, create a 1/1 red, green, and white Sand Warrior creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. I like that. For 28 cents. Next one is Embrace the Unknown. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Retrace means you can cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying its other costs. Okay. It's worth 40 cents. Next one is Doom Chanter. There's a plant druid. That looks more like a lizard, but alright. Oh, he's supposed to be a cactus man. Yes. It has reach. Lands you control and land cards you own that aren't on the battlefield are deserts in addition to their other types. Lands you control have tap and add 1 mana of any color. Tap this card and mill 2 cards. You gain 1 life for each land card milled this way. That kind of makes sense because, you know, he's a cactus. You hurt yourself. Life. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
He's a prick. 40 cents is how much it's worth. Next card is Cataclysmic Prospecting. Cataclysmic Prospecting deals X damage for each creature. For each mana from a desert spent to cast this spell, create a tapped creature token. Okay. Very cool. It's worth 20 cents, which for a rare, that's not very. Next card is Vengeful Regrowth. Return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Create that many 4/2 green plant warrior creature tokens with reach. Flashback 6+2 green, which means you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Okay. 25 cents. Wait, hold on.
No!
Those are plant cowboys, baby. Those are cowboys made of plants. Those are cool.
Yeehaw! I gotta rescue my celery.
This one is Angel of Indemnity. It is an angel warrior. It has flying and lifelink. When Angel of Indemnity enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And Encore for 6+2 white, which means exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn if able. They gain haste, sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step, activate only. And this one is worth $3.46. I bet you that close to $45 worth out of these specific cards, but that's okay. Okay. Next card is Swiftfoot Boots. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste. Equipped for 1. Not too bad. Worth $2.50. I might have spoken too soon. Because I can guarantee more than $3. Damn, I was wrong. Oh wait, no. Wrong edition. Damn, I was wrong. The next one is Yuma, Proud Protector.
How much is it worth?
Well, let me read what it does first.
Oh, the other one.
Oh, the last one?
Yeah, you didn't say. You were just like, damn it, and moved on.
No, I didn't. I said it was $2.49.
Nope.
Roll it back.
I will.
In editing, I guarantee you I said how much this thing is worth already. Anyway, Yuma, Proud Protector. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each land card in your graveyard. Before I was rudely interrupted. Thank you. This spell casts 1 less to cast for each land card in your graveyard. Whenever Yuma, Proud Protector, enters the battlefield or attacks, you may sacrifice a land if you do draw a card. Whenever a desert card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, create a 4/2 green plant warrior creature token with. And it looks like he is carrying a little baby cactus. And it's only worth 40 cents. I thought because it was a borderless, it was foil, and it was a legendary, I thought it'd be worth a hell of a lot more than that, but I guess not. Next one is Kiri, Talented Sprout. There's a plant druid. These little plant creatures are really cute. Other plants and tree folk you control gain +2/+0. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, return target plant, tree folk, or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Cool. It's worth 25 cents. Again, for a legendary. And a foil, next card is Scavenger Grounds. Is a land desert. What's special about this, it looks like, if you tap 2 plus this card, sacrifice a desert and exile all graveyards. Which, if you're facing somebody who has a card that's like resurrect from your graveyard, whatever, yada yada, that would suck. and is worth 34 cents. This one is Sun Titan. Has vigilance. Whenever Sun Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, you may return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it's a big PP. That's worth 42 cents. Next one is Omnath, Locus of Rage. It has landfall, which means whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create 5/5 red or green elemental creature token. Whenever Omnath, Locus of Rage, or another elemental you can dies, Omnath deals 5 damage to target, and it's a big PP worth 88 cents. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Sorry, Dad.
Keep that in, that was funny.
I will.
Next one is Descend upon the Sinful. Woo. Exile all creatures. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean from the battlefield or period? How do you continue the game if that's correct? I have to look that up.
Just get life.
I mean, I guess you could just play with nothing but instants and sorcery. Fuck. It has Delirium. Create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying if there are 4 or more card types among cards in the graveyard. Cool. It is worth 25 cents. Me personally, I really like religious iconography because I'm a good Christian boy and I don't do nothing bad. Ha ha ha. There is a specific white card that I really want called Wrath of God, and it's literally like wipe out the battlefield. Everybody starts over, and I really want that card. Next one is Chromatic Lantern. There's an owl. It's a bird. Land you control have tap and add 1 mana of any color. You can tap this one and add 1 mana of any color also. And it is worth $2.99. Next one is Marshall's Anthem. Multi-kicker for 1 and 1 white, which may pay an additional 1 and 1 white any number of times you cast this fucking creatures you control get +1/+1. When Marshall's Anthem enters the battlefield, return up to X target creature cards from the graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the number of times Marshall's Anthem was kicked. That is super cool, actually. I like that. Worth 21 cents. It should be worth more. Obama!
Fuck you! No, not again, Dad. I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up! This is a family-friendly fucking show, damn it.
I'm fucking sorry, Dad.
Next one is Sheltered Thicket. It is a land. Go over here. It's a mountain forest. Can you please angle this correctly? There we go. There. No. Fucking. There we go. Cycling 2 for 2 mana. Discard this card. Draw a card. Worth 23 cents. Oh, a good one. This is Scute or Scoot Worm. Bugs. As landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under control, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of that, and it is worth $4.29. The microphone keeps on spinning, and I don't want it to fucking spin.
Now you see what I have to deal with.
Yeah. Next one is Hour of Promise. I could just hold it up like that. Maybe. If that works. Yeah, it works. sort of. Search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then, if you control 3 or more deserts, create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. I like that. That's really cool. The artwork. It's worth 25 cents.
Go! More because of the artwork.
Some of the artwork is fucking wild, bro. I hope the artists for these cars get paid hella fucking money.
Yeah, I hope it's not some cut shot.
Oh, somebody died. Wee woo! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Just kidding. It's a good fucking card. This is Oracle of Moldea. It is an elf shaman. It says if you play an additional land on each of your turns, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play lands from the top of your library. That's interesting, but it is worth $7.23. When you do that, it's when you do that, the microphone turns. Just clap normal.
Okay, I was just trying to be
I know.
extra.
I know. I'm not mad.
Yes, you are. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm talking. My booty still hurts.
Cut that out. Like, you don't have to cut it out of the video, but stop doing that.
Oh.
Next creature is Ramunap Excavator. It is a Naga cleric. You may play lands from your graveyard. I like that one, and it is worth $1.89. This one is Scattered Groves. It is a land, has cycling, and enters the battlefield tapped. Forest Plains. Worth 20 cents. See, the non-basic lands are easy to do because you don't have to go plains, edition, number of edition, if it has a foil or not. You have to look to see which one you entered so you don't... I don't know, this app is a little bit weird. I probably should use another app, but I'm already too deep into this, so whatever.
What she said.
Okay.
Why did she say that?
I don't know.
Was she like in the Super Bowl or something?
Next one is World Shaper. It is a merfolk shaman. Whenever World Shaper attacks, you may mill 3 cards. Why would you want to do that? When World Shaper dies, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Yeah, may mill 3 cards. Why would I want to mill cards? Unless, I don't know. Fucking whatever. $1.42 is how much that's worth. What are we doing? What are we doing? Thank you. Next one is Nesting Dragon. We haven't had very many red cards, have we?
Oh, and I've noticed that.
It's a little strange. It has flying and landfall, which we've been over. If you really want to know what it does, you can pause it and read it. But it's a big penis, and it's worth 39 cents.
That's funny. That is actually really funny because as you said that, 39 minutes.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
That is super fucking weird.
Turn Timber Sower is the next one. It is an elf druid. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, create a 0/1 green plant creature token. For 1 green, you can sacrifice 3 creatures and return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. I suppose could come in handy, but it is worth 25 cents. Next card is Savine's Reclamation. Doop doop. Right there. Says return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, you may copy this spell and may choose a new target for the copy. Flashback 4 plus a white. And we've been over flashback. It is worth 25 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another very, very good one. We have Ancient Green Warden. Has reach. There's a big penis. You may play lands from your graveyard. I really like that. If a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's fucking wild. And it is worth $9.69. Very nice.
First of all, oh my god. Second of all, I mean,
yeah. Next card is Titania, Protector of Argoth. Protector of Argoth. When Titania, Protector of Argoth, enters the battlefield, return target land card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 5/3 elemental creature token. It is worth 70 cents. You know what? We're going to cut it here. However, there is one very specific card that I have that I bought on purpose that I want to find super duper quick and price it, because I've been thinking about it and I'm like, man, this card might, there it is right there. This card might be worth quite a fucking bit. Might. We don't know. Let's find out. Damn, it's not worth a whole lot, but that's okay.
how much?
We'll figure that out in a second.
Yeah, sorry.
Last card we're going to do for the episode is Shelob, Child of Ungoliant. It is a spider demon. It has Death Touch and Ward 2. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you controlled dies. Okay, there we go. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact with tap that +2, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life, and it loses all other card types. It is 8/8. It is a big fucking penis. And the reason why I thought this would be worth quite a bit is because it is a Lord of the Rings card. But it is only worth 80 cents. Wah, wah. That's okay. It's still really super cool.
Pay for
it. Too much. I think it was $1 something, like $1.40 something.
Oh, that's not.
No, it's not. Plus, it's I was gonna say it's on the upswing, but it's really not. It's on the downswing. It was worth 20 cents more not too long ago. So whatever, you know. You win some, you lose some. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me for another thrilling autistic adventure into whatever the fuck this shit is. Pricing and sorting and looking through magic cards. I find much joy in this. I know the channel only has 1 subscriber and not very many views per video, but we're just starting out for one. I haven't promoted it at all. But, you know, if you watch this when it comes out, thank you for watching. If you watch it later, thank you also for watching. But, you know, tell a friend, tell a phone, tell a woman, tell God your sorrows. I don't know, fucking, this is shit. Please make sure to check out all the links in the description. There is the, Twitter that belongs to this channel and our other channel, mine and my editor's other channel. It is called the Taboo Tater Tots Club Podcast. Over there we talk about random shit. We play video games. There's also some videos going up there where Morgan tears apart electronics like a fucking madman.
I'm not a madman. I'm a gorilla.
Like a vanilla gorilla. Also, our Cash App, any money that goes to that Cash App will go towards equipment for both channels. And then if I have money left over after any of that, it'll go towards magic cards. But you know, equipment is priority. But I hope you enjoyed this. Watch next time when I tell Morgan that his father was under his floorboards the whole time.
He was?